Hey guys, and welcome back.
And if you're new here, thanks for joining us today.
If you have been watching the last couple of videos and you see us in the same outfit, it's because we're doing product reviews.
This is our product review outfits.
Yes, it is. So today we want to talk about basically our energy, the energy that we got inside of our truck bed camper for our 35-day truck bed camping trip. And I'll link that playlist up above if you did not see that yet, because it was a fun adventure. And how it is that we powered not just our computers, charged our phones, our fridge had light, fan, because it was the middle of summer. So we're going to talk about that energy.
Right, so we decided on the Jackery. We went with a Jackery 880, and that particular product of Jackery is limited to the Home Depot. It's not the 1000, and it's not the 500. It's a model that they make specifically for,
just for Home Depot. Right.
And you might be asking yourself, Lou, why did you go with the 880? Why did you stay in the middle?
Right.
You know, what kind of research did you come up with that led you there? And the answer is none. It wasn't that complicated.
Right. Well, we received a gift. A friend of ours gave us a Home Depot gift card, and we were trying to figure out what is it that we need to get, because we were already done with our RV renovations, and that was the perfect opportunity. Like, Home Depot has a Jackery. Let's get it from them.
Right.
So while this particular model is not in Amazon, so it's not in the link below, the ones before and the ones after, so like the 1000, because it's just slightly bigger than what we had, will be linked below to our Amazon store affiliate link. Now, it's not going to cost you any more to buy it from us, but if for an easy access, easy find, just click on our link, and if you purchase it from there, then we'll get a little bit of a kickback as a commission, but it's not going to cost you anymore. So that 1000 is below in our store.
That's exactly
not
right.
the 880 that we have.
Yeah. But if you want the 880, you can still get it at Home Depot.
Home Depot. Yeah.
So,
not much of a difference though between them, is there?
between what?
Between the 880 and the 1000?
Those are the numbers.
Just how much?
800 and 2,000.
You get a little bit more charge.
You get a little more.
Okay.
You get 200 watts more, which
Excellent.
can be a lot.
Yeah.
So if you're asking why did you choose a Jackery, I had looked at the Jackery, I had looked at the Blue Eddy, and I had looked at the Rock Pals.
Those are your top three?
Those were my top three at the time of making a choice.
Okay.
And so the reason why I went to Jackery is because, and I don't know the technical term, I don't remember the technical term because it was a while back, but basically it has regulated power draw. So the other two at the time, it may have changed between last year and this year. At the time, they didn't have regulated power draws. So that means that as the power starts going down, it starts delivering less power to the different components in the power station. So the USBs, the 12 volt, etc. I was concerned about the 12 volt in particular because the 12 volt was going to plug our refrigerator, and I needed regulated power to go into the 12 volt. So in other words, if it dropped to 50%, I needed to continue to deliver 100% power to the 12 volt, not drop that to 50% and then not be able to power the refrigerator.
I remember you telling me about this when you were considering them.
Right.
Yeah.
So the one reason why we chose the Jackery over the Blue Eddy, over the Rock Pals, even though the Rock Pals is very well reviewed and has excellent reviews, and I probably would have gone with it because I think we would have gotten more power out of it. At the time, there was nowhere that I could find any information that said that it had that regulated power that I was looking for.
This was September 2021.
Right. So the only information I found after doing research, and maybe I just didn't come around, I didn't find it, but the only information that I found was that the Jackery was the only one that had that, and it's not called regulated power; it's called something else. I just don't remember the term, but it basically comes down to that. Was the Jackery, and so that was the reason why we went with the Jackery. Having said that, it performed flawlessly,
exceptionally. So you can charge it inside your home or from a regular outlet if you want to, like a house outlet.
Yeah, and that takes about probably like 8 to 10 hours
to give it 100% charge.
Right.
You can charge it through your cigarette lighter, which we had done while we were driving. We had it connected to our truck cab cigarette lighter to, keep it powered.
The 12 volt. And that's a trickle charge.
Okay. And then you can also charge it with the solar panels, which is what we did whenever we were like stationary, like in one spot, not moving the truck. And that was, I guess,
that's a normal.
It really
charge.
Depends on the sun.
It depends on the sun. It's hard. That one I can't really answer. I mean, if you're in Florida, hey, it charges really fast.
Yeah.
To get energy, there was
C.
There was C. There was USB. There was 12 volt, and there's a regular house plugs. And each section on the Jackery you turn on individually. I'm sure most of you know that, but for those of you that have never had a power station, each section is activated with a button. So you have the USB section, it'll have a power button. You have the 12 volt section, it'll have a power button. You have the house outlet area, and it has a power button. So what you do not need, you do not use.
Yeah, don't turn it on.
So it's not drawing electricity power. It's not drawing power to that particular part of the power station.
Yeah. So my recommendation is the one that's like a regular house outlet pulls the most energy. So if you can find a way around that, so for example, if you plug your phone, the USB, into a little house outlet, just use the USB, don't plug it into that house outlet. Or if you have little portable fans, the first ones we bought were house outlets, and it took a lot of energy out of that Jackery. So much so that we realized, okay, wait a second, we need to look into if there's USB ones and get that. So by the time we were done with our 35-day trip, that was one of the changes that we made. Not only did we change our solar and remove our permanent sink, but we went ahead and swapped out our fans for a USB fan. So on that birthday camping trip, our fans were USB, and it took barely nothing. Like you wouldn't even notice that it was drawing any energy.
Right, so the reason why that happens is because once you turn on the house plugs, the outlets, the inverter turns on. It has to invert the battery power into house power. And so now it's working a little harder to give you that type of power. You can also get USB splitters, and you can also get 12 volt splitters. And so now, we have, for instance, 2 USBs, and we have 2 splitters. We have one splitter to charge our phones, and we have one splitter for the fans.
For the 2 fans, exactly.
And then the third one powers the LED lights.
Yeah. So we maximize.
Right. So you can use splitters. You're still using less energy than if you were plugging into the regular house.
The house outlet, for sure. So that was our energy source, and I love it. I think it's compact also. It's pretty small. It's a little heavy, but not that heavy. I mean,
well, you're not carrying it around.
Yeah, it's pretty lightweight. It's simple to take it out of the little electrical closet that we build inside of our truck bed, to take it outside if we want to take it out to the picnic table and plug in our laptop to work outside. We can do that, but the majority of the time it was always inside.
And again, this is a tool that we can use. Number one, coming from Florida, at the forefront of my mind is always losing power. So this is something we can use in the RV. We can bring it in here.
Yeah.
I can deploy the portable solar panels and charge them from anywhere that we are, because I have a pretty long cord. Yes, I know the energy depletes the longer the cord is. Or like Angie said, since it's portable, we can take it anywhere. And it has, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Jackery. It has the enormous handle on the top. There's no way you can't carry that around with you. So we're extremely happy with our Jackery. So happy with it that I would probably get another one if I wanted more power, if I wanted power in the RV and I wouldn't want to run like a million cables and all sorts of things. You can connect them to each other. You can hook another bank to this bank and just keep building and adding more power. So I would definitely get another Jackery if I needed one.
Very convenient, portable power all the time. As long as you have the right tools or connections to put the power into it to take with you and use at all times.
And if you take the power out of it in a smart way.
Exactly. Hence don't use that house plug. Use
Yeah.
those USBs.
If you don't have to, if you don't have
Yeah,
to, it's there for the
yeah.
using. But if you don't have to,
Yeah.
it's going to make the power bank last longer.
So that's it for this product review. I really can't think of that much more that we would talk about the Jackery.
Everyone knows Jackery. Everyone's familiar with it. It's a very strong brand in the power station arena, and for a good reason.
Yeah, absolutely. So the link to the 1000 is in our Amazon store down below in the description. If you enjoyed this product review of why we chose it and how we're using it, please give us a big thumbs up. Let me know what is it that you're using for power when you're out and about adventuring below in the comments.
And if you haven't subscribed, please do so right now. Make sure you click that notification bell. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.